Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. They said they couldn't be back. Nick, you'd never guess who stopped me this week.
Who tried to stop me from being back, Brett?
Your fucking shit attitude towards me on our Instagram account this week. How dare you try and slag me off, you fucking dog. You knew I was at work. You knew I had no time to respond to you. How fucking dare you try and stop this podcast? How dare you try and call me out? How dare you try and cancel me?
I would never try and do that to you, Brett. I was just stating the facts. You're a great young guy, and you got a lot to learn, and that's all I was saying. You know, it's nice. And I'm going to give you a second chance, and you know that's.
Nick, you try to cancel me from this podcast, but do you know how experienced I am in the court of law?
Okay, tell me.
You know, I've had 12 victories in there. Do you think I'm going to let some fucking cunt from Boomai who likes driving tractors and fucking drives around in a fucking Golf tell me what to do?
Okay, all right, whatever.
No,
okay.
No, you've opened the gates of damn it, the gates of Valhalla, and now you're gonna fucking cop them, brother. Because guess what? Tonight, you're fucking quitting yourself, right? Because I've backed you into a corner. I'm like fucking Elon Musk over here. I've got so many facts here ready to go. I'm not even. Okay. The podcast is not on. The podcast isn't even going at the moment. Well, it's going because everyone's listening and this is a thing. But it's. Are you ready for this, Nick?
Okay. Well, for any first-time listeners, I have to put you up to speed.
Yeah, keep up, dorks. But yeah,
incorrectly identified a motorbike in a movie last week.
No,
I pulled him up on that motorbike. Anyway, now he's angry about that. But anyway, let's see what you got, Brett. Okay. Are you carrying a briefcase?
Oh, mate, a briefcase is the fucking least you can. I'm carrying a fucking sledgehammer on this table, and it's coming for your fucking mutton chops, all right? Now, Nick, can you just please allow me to take the court for a moment of your time? Now, I have 5 series of facts / information that's going to be coming at your head. It's rapid fire. You've got a time to rebuttal. I'll let you know, it's a court of law. I'll let you rebuttal when you need to rebuttal. Okay. But now, this is evidence number 1. So if everyone who wasn't listening before, Nick, what did you say that motorbike was on the film?
In the movie The Place Beyond the Pines, at the start, Ryan Gosling is riding an XR600.
Great. I'm very sad. I'm glad you already given me one tick of the box. So Nick just said, just to confirm for the listeners, Nick said at the start he was riding an XR600. Is that what you said, Nick? It's frozen.
Well,
hang on, 2 ticks.
In the cage, he was riding.
Hang on, 2 ticks. Hey, Fee! No. Can you, hang on, can you not, I just need the internet for an hour. Oh, it just keeps dropping out. Okay, I got you on the Netflix. All right. Okay. Can you hear me, Nick?
It's all right now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the fucking internet's fucking around. All right. Damn it. Ruin my flow. All right, we're back in the room. We're back. Fuck the internet. Fuck Netflix. I don't know what. She's probably watching that $1 Billion Makeovers, which is a great show. I really love it. Okay, so last week, to confirm, you said it was an XR600 at the start of the film. They're your words, not mine, Nick. Is that correct?
Yes, and then you said it was a DR650.
No.
Okay.
Here we go. Now, this is where the game becomes interesting, Nick. Now, Nick, I'm just going to share a screen with you here. You know, it's probably not within your world as a liar, as a cheat, as a deceiving man. I'm sharing the screen with you right now. I'm sharing the screen with you. Can you see my screen now, Nick? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now I'm going to bring up our first bit of evidence. Nicholas of Kappa.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I can't hear it.
Damn it.
Anyway, that's me talking. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, because I can hear it in my thing. Hi, Nick Kappa here from the Flat Stick Podcast. Last week,
yes,
Brett identified the motorcycle from the movie as a DR650.
Yeah.
I then told him he was incorrect.
Yes.
All right, you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. That's actually the wrong bit of footage. Damn it, I meant to bring up something else. Here it is. Hang on. It's this bit of footage, which you can't hear. It's in my headphones.
Okay, this is how shit Australian movies are.
All right, that's a wrong one once again. Damn it. Okay,
Okay,
it doesn't matter, Nick.
footage.
Okay, I got the wrong footage again. It doesn't matter. Nick, I'm riffing. Because what I actually said, Nicholas Kappa, if that is your real name, I'm going to go back to stop sharing screen. What I said was it was a DR.
Okay.
I didn't say DR 650. I said DR. Okay, so that's our first bit of evidence that I'm writing down on my long line of things. So you said it's an XR for a series of the film. I said it was a DR for a certain amount of time on the film. So I didn't say DR 650. I said DR. Now, Nick, which brings me to my next bit of evidence. Now, Nick, you claim to be a motorbike expert.
Okay.
You claim to be from Burmai. You claim to be a lot of things. Now, Nick, I'm going to share screen with you. And you don't even realize that you are in the middle of millionaire hot seat right now. Because, Nick, I'm putting you under pressure. Now, I'm calling you on your fucking bluff. You claim to be the motorcycle expert in this group. Well, let's see if you actually are the motorcycle expert in this fucking group. Because I'm going to play a series of slides for you, Nick. And you need to correctly identify the bikes, proving that you are, once and for all, the king of this podcast, therefore having the ability to remove me from the podcast, which you absolutely fucking do not. Also, I don't know how to do a fucking slideshow on this fucking thing. Who does this
Okay,
stuff?
just click on one and then...
Yes, okay.
Okay.
All right. No, wait. I need to give an order. I'm going to click on one. All right, Nick,
Okay.
can you see that image? You've got 5 seconds to respond on each of them. You need to move this thing to a recording place. Nicholas Kappa, you are on the clock now. What bike is that?
That's a DRZ 400 and
okay, no
it's a
comment.
DRZ 400 and it's super motard kit on it.
Okay. Next bike. What is this one, Nick? Number 2.
That is a DR 650.
Okay.
And it's got a long range tank on it and panniers, which is impressive.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Number 3. What have we got here?
Fuck, that's like a kid's bike. That's a DRZ something, like a 100 or an 80.
Interesting thoughts there, Nick.
Okay.
Okay, what bike are we here?
That is a DRZ 400.
Okay, DRZ 400. Okay, correct. Great.
Yeah.
And Nick, what bike do we have here?
That is also a DRZ.
Nick, you have got 3 out of 4 correct. 3 out of 5 correct.
3 out of 5. Which one did I get wrong?
You got the second one wrong. It's the SE model, which is why you said the long range tank. Fair enough. Also,
no, that is still a DR 650.
Yeah, I will pay that. But the part I liked, which is what I set you up for, was this bike here. Because Nick, that is actually the bike from the movie that we're arguing about, and you've just agreed that it's a DRZ.
Yes.
650.
Yeah.
Okay. DRZ.
No, that's a DRZ 400.
Okay, right. Well, see,
were you about to say it's a 650, Brett?
No, I wasn't about to say it's a 650 because now my plans have fucked up because you were meant to incorrectly name some of these motorbikes, and that would bring me into my next point, and then I'd win the argument, and now it's all backfiring on my fucking face, and now I'm pissed off because I spent 7 hours writing this shit, and now because of this bit of evidence that you fucking got right, I'm fucked. Anyway, damn it, I'm going to carry on, Nick. I'm carrying on. God, I'm annoyed. Anyway, now, Nick, what would you say the difference between, see, this is the thing about court. You generally don't give away your chips if you're losing. I'm in a bad spot here right now, Nick. You may have bailed me up against the wall, and I may be...
No, it's fine. Look, it's fine. It's...
No,
do you know the difference between a 650 and a 400?
Nick, I'm writing the court here, all right? I'll get you to answer the questions. I'm bailing you up against the wall.
Okay, I'm not leading.
You're not leading. Of course you're not, because I'm in the middle of the rant.
Okay.
I thought I would have got you on the motorbike set, because I threw in some actual weird ones in there with some modifications.
The only one you got me on was the smaller one. What was that? Was that an 80 or 60?
No, it was a 400. It was a 400E.
What? That one that's small? The one that looked real small?
Look, mate, I'm not arguing.
I think that was a child's bike.
It was a weird angle.
I'm pretty sure it was a child's bike. And that was the only one I got wrong. You fucking prick.
Damn it. I should have put a postie bike in there and been like, you're fucking wrong. You're a dickhead. Okay, shut up. The court is still in progress. You haven't won this round so far, even though I've got pie on my face at the moment. Now, Nick, we're in the court of law. Under oath, would you say that the DR and the DRZ are similar frames on the motorbike? Would you agree with that statement, Nick?
No, they've got a different frame. The DR650 hasn't been changed for like 10 to 20 years, I'd say.
I'm talking the 2012 model.
2012 model. Whereas the DRZ's got more of a motocross frame. It's got inverted forks. Yeah. It would probably have the same.
You'd say overall style. Would you not agree with that statement?
It's got the same frame as the RMZ, probably.
Okay. Would you say so? Would you agree or disagree with that statement of the DRZ and the DR have the similar frame?
No, they do not.
Damn it! That's fucked my argument once again. This is an absolute nightmare. And now my next two components make me look bad because what I was hoping, damn it, fuck it. I've even contacted Ricky Carmichael today to add into this argument, and it's escalated quite quickly. So my next, in the perfect world, what was meant to happen was you got two of those motorbikes wrong because they had modifications on them, and that's on me. You're better than I thought you were. And full respect to the boys right there. So, and then I was going to laugh in your face, and then you would have gone, I was like, ha, 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 you got two of them wrong, you fucking idiot. They're hard to tell the difference between a DR and a DRZ. Then I was going to back up with a statement because you would have been backed in the corner. I would have said, hey, so, they got similar frames. Would you agree with that statement? And then or similar style, and you would have said yes. And then I was going to back up with this information. Nick, I'm going to share screen again.
Yeah.
Sharing screen. Everyone, please get onto the YouTube stuff. Honestly, it is very crucial. At some points in time, I've got to move this thing. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm in a group chat. I'm in a group chat with the DRZ, DR boys. And then I posted the photo of Ryan Gosling, which I said was a DR, which I didn't say whether it was a 650 or DRZ.
Yeah.
You didn't give me time. You cut me off. So
71 comments.
71 comments, and they were all in my favor. I had two people saying it was a DR 650, which I'm willing to lean your way. 99% of them were all, looks like even another angle. So this guy thinks it's a DR 650. I respect that guy. I said, looks like DRZ with modifications. Okay. Looks like a 400E. Yep. DRZ 400, DRZ 400, DR 650. So even, there's professionals in this group that have, because people are saying there's a lot of components on this bike which aren't true to a DR or a DRZ. It's a mishmash. So that was my next point of evidence. And I said, my mate thinks it's an XR 600. I want to punch him in the face. And then one of our fans happens to be in this group. What are the odds? 100%. So then I was like, man, so by this stage, I'm going to have Nick up against the ropes. I've made him look like a fuckhead on the podcast. He's going to have to publicly apologize to me. I'm going to fucking exit him. Then I got this guy. Oh, man, this is all pointless now. Chris Chewy, man.
Oh, yeah, I know Chris, yeah. He went to Koh Samui.
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, nice one. And then he actually said, that's an XR 600. I was like, shut the fuck up, cunt. Don't put that in there. Like, it didn't help my argument. And now I can't figure out how to scroll up. But anyway, he just said, stick to fucking tractors, Kappa. Fuck all about motorbikes. So that's how it was meant to roll out. And then, it didn't because you guessed the motorbikes correctly. So now we're here.
Are they, okay, Brett. So I'm gonna tell everybody on the podcast why I know this shit. Okay.
Well, can I just say, just off the top, it was a DRZ. So I was partially correct, and there was DR parts on the DRZ, but also I didn't have all the other shit on it. I was drunk and I was stoned, and all I want is an apology from you, Nick. That's all I'm saying, but you can continue.
Look, I correctly identified the XR600 at the start.
At the start in the cage, I will give you that.
I do apologise though. Later on, that it was a DRZ.
Yes.
However, you identified it as a DR650, which is a totally different bike.
I never. That's my other point of evidence. I never said 650. I just said DR.
Okay. All right. Did you know the DRZ existed before this?
I did know the DRZ existed, but I slipped my memory because it's the more streamlined, it's the more motocross fucking thing of it. I was high. I got excited for DRs.
Are you saying that because I just stated those facts before?
No, you fucking idiot. Have you not seen me roasting you on the socials? I know exactly the difference between them. I'm on the DRZ/DR appreciation group. You're pissing me off now, and I was meant to win this argument, and I was meant to be very smug right now, and now I'm on the back foot. I'm fucking getting wound up. Now my missus is telling me to calm down. You know, it's all going on.
Well, the reason is that, okay, in the old days, you had 4 strokes and 2 strokes, right?
This is very condescending, but yes.
So, like your KX, that was a 2-stroke, okay?
Please do not ever try and
4 strokes and 2 strokes.
4-stroke and a 2-stroke to me, because I will absolutely lose my mind at you.
Okay, that's fine. So you'd have those, but then motocross and enduro, mostly 2 strokes, right? And then sometimes you would have 4 strokes, which is like XR600 or a DR650. But then the first motocross 4-stroke was revealed, and that was the Yamaha YZM 400, okay? Commonly later known as the YZ426, okay? So what they were water-cooled 4-stroke motor, right? And that's what the majority of people ride today, okay? They ride a water-cooled 4-stroke motor. The DRZ is that version of the Yamaha YZF. So it's like a 4-stroke that constantly stays in the power band. Like, it's got real usable power. I still prefer the 2 strokes because I like the unpredictable power. But
2 banger is always the way to go.
Yeah.
But this is now.
Also the DRZ has got other stuff on it too. Well, it's got inverted forks and all that kind of shit, like all the motocross stuff. Like whereas I think the DR just has upside down forks, which are like fucking been around since, I don't know, the 80s.
Look, Nick, you've had your victory. You've upset me. I was trying to get you on the vague look of the frame to win my fucking argument, but fuck you, you win, Nick. Are you happy with that? You won. I admit defeat. This has also saved me a $200 Cameo because I was trying to organise Ricky Carmichael because he's on Cameo, and what I was trying to do, I was trying to be very sneaky because I know when I'm wrong, but I refuse to back down, Nick. What I was trying to do was to get him to say like, congratulations for your surgery. I was trying to say it was your second time trying to get a vasectomy because the first one didn't go well. And congratulations on your new apprenticeship of working with Brett Blake. I was like, yes, that would be funny. And then I was going to say, and because he's such a great apprentice, I've decided to buy him a DR650. And so at the end of the video, can you say, surprise, it's a DR650? And then I was going to lie to you and say it was, anyway. The jibber's up, Nick. It saved me $120. I've lost a lot of ego today. You win.
But it's all right.
Apologize.
But man, it's so cool that you brought up Ricky Carmichael because I looked on his Instagram today and I think he's sponsored by Triumph now. And Triumph, one of my...
it's a scrambler he's on at the moment, and then I don't think it's him doing the wheelie though, but it's still pretty sick.
Man, how do you know it's not him?
Visor down.
He could smash any bike. But he was on the Scrambler is like my dream bike. Triumph Scrambler. It's crazy. And because the new ones are real light and you can actually jump them. Like they're like an old school Scrambler, like metal tank, all that shit. But you can actually
they're
jump
not as light as you think they are. They're still 350 when I looked at them a year ago.
Oh yeah. They're still light. They're still bloody heavy compared to anything else. Like they'd be, they'd be twice the weight of a DR or whatever. But man, then they brought out the new 1200, and I can't wait to see the full video of him smashing a Scrambler 1200. The Triumph Scrambler 1200's been out for about 2 years though. Is that the one he's on? Yeah.
Because that was the one I tried to buy last comedy festival, and the guy gave me shit at the shop. They're like $18,900 and something dollars.
Oh, but you were trying to buy the.
That was a 600 or 700 or something.
Yeah, that would have been a that would have been a 900, I think.
900.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe the 1200. Yeah. So they're like 1200 out now. Do you know how much that is?
I don't know, man. It'd be a lot. It'd be an absolute pig. It wouldn't be like he'd be having a lot of fun on it, but they would have wound it out a bit, I reckon.
Of course.
But yeah, it'd be pretty sick to just fly around because I don't know. I think flat track is big in America, where they get like Harleys and shit and just put knobbies on them and fly them around a dirt track. It's pretty sick.
Do you still think it's Ricky Carmichael doing that wheelie on that bike though?
Man, have you seen videos of him lately? Like, did you see that video I put on our Facebook page of him? Man, he can still whip like no one else. He's crazy.
Oh man, he's still the king. But I was just seeing it purely from the point of view that it's a commercial. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, man, we can't have the insurance for you to do a fucking wheelie on a fucking road.
Oh man, he would do it. No worries.
I know he'd do it. I know. That's why I was probably like, he did the black visor, and I was like, as soon as I see a black visor, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's someone else under there.
Yeah, it could be true. Yeah. I can't wait, man. Like I listened to Dum Dum Club, a piece of shit podcast that you guys should maybe check out. Well, if you're not into, I don't know, if you're into
like video games and stuff, that's
chocolate mousse and stuff, then you can.
If you want to hear a long-winded argument about a DR and a DRZ, then then they don't do that type of stuff.
But they had Ross Noble on. And apparently he's just got the maddest motorbike track ever in his house. We should try and get him on as a guest, actually.
Dude, we don't allow comedians on this podcast, but he's an exception because I've had a chat to him before. He's got I think he lost some shit in the bushfire, but he used to have about 20 motorbikes. Wow. And he said he did this thing when I was talking about with him about the Beamer, the 1200, doing dealing with the weight and how you go around it, because it's an adventure bike. And he goes, yeah, we did for like some magazine, I can't remember what he said it was, but he said he treated those bikes like he would a normal dirt bike and was trying to ride it like a dirt bike, as in like, you know what I mean? Like by flogging it around, going in bad spots and doing jumps and things like that. And it's just to see how it would cope. And I was like, brother, what? Man, did you try and put your foot down? Because you would fucking lose.
It would be the ultimate.
So you just broke up then? It would be the ultimate what?
It would be the ultimate test. Like,
yes.
My dad's 1200. I would love to get it and just ride it in the sand and stuff and just stay on it for like two weeks, just getting the hang of it, and then go down to a small bike and you'd be an absolute machine.
Man, would you get too used to it? Because I think it's like a different style of fucking riding. You know what I mean? With those bigger bikes, you're accelerating to get out of danger. You know what I mean? With like a two banger that weighs fucking 150 kilos, you kind of you can put your foot down, you can put your weight into it. I'd be scared that I got, I don't know, too confident either side of the fence and then did my fucking body some damage.
Yeah, man. The problem is with the Beamer is it weighs so much that you just got to be prepared to stop. You just got to give yourself enough room to stop. You're like, okay, I'm coming into this corner. How long do I have if I'm sliding? Like if I jam the brakes on, how long do I have to slide to get into this corner? Because it's just a paperweight. It's just a sled. It's not going to stop whether you like it or not when it goes that much. And it's fucking.
Because we were talking bikes because he came out the front. We did I think it was Euro comedy together, and I said I got a GB out the front. Do you want to come check it out? It's like it's nothing crazy, but I fucking love it. It's a beautiful bike. And he's like, come out the front talking shit, and he was like, man, I've even started to get those fucking mountain like those cliff face motorbikes. I don't know.
The trial bikes.
Trial bikes, and he has two of those, and he's just started to get into that.
Really?
And I was like, mate, that is a different world altogether.
We're going to check out this Ross Noble compound. We got to go there.
Man, get Noble, get us in there, brother, you know? But also, I got schooled today, but imagine if we both get hectically schooled by this fucking old dude who just knows way too much. That would be sick.
Yeah, man. That's the ultimate dream. What's your dream? To have small farm, motorbike track, at least 2 to 3 motorbikes?
I reckon, yeah, I know, I wouldn't mind a bigger style farm. I mean, yeah, dreams, whatever the fuck. Maybe like 10 acres so you can still, maybe 10 to 20 so you can still fuck around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd still want, you want a two-banger. You want a fucking adventure bike for when you go and do some long cruises. And I love my fucking cafe racer because it's fun to fuck around on. You know what I mean? Like I love it. And I wouldn't mind, you know, something a little bit more crazier as well. I just, eventually I just want 10 bikes.
Yeah, I'd probably want about 10. I'd say I'd have about 10. I'd probably even throw a Harley in there, you know?
That's what I was saying. Is like if you wanted to have a real big cruise, you know what I mean, and avoid corners, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Man. Well, look, guys, help us do this, right? You know, you just
dreams can come true, guys.
Yeah. Donate your bikes, whatever projects you got, donate them. I want to start building this collection.
Now, Nick, are you ready for Ripper of the Week, brother?
Yes.
Now,
give it to me.
Ripper of the Week, yes, I had evidence here before. It didn't work out. Pie on my face. Move on. I'm going to fucking be pissed off about this for days. You know I am. Anyway, I've started watching. We briefly talked about this person as Ripper of the Week a couple of weeks ago because we started to watch Chef's Table, the barbecue edition.
Yes.
Man, It's so good. We had a chat last week. I didn't release yet we had a chat with a guy from Bluestone Barbecue in Coburg. Get around it. That's coming up. Al from Bluestone. Will be coming up this week because I went to buy a barbecue to do what he said, but it's hard to get into shops at the moment, and also they're out of barbecues, so it's a bit of a fucking mishmash of what's going on. Anywho, but in that line of vein, Ripper this week, there's not a lot of information on her, and I don't give a shit because she just made me so happy watching this episode. Never been happier. I can't even say her last name, but her nickname, Tootsie Tamantez. Is that her?
Oh, yeah, man.
The old lady? Was that her name?
Yeah. Tootsie from Chef's Table. It's the best, man. It's the best episode ever. Like,
because Chef's Table, I don't know if you guys have been around this before, or have you seen it, or whatever the fuck your experience is. I only watched the barbecue once to start with because of our chat with the guy from Bluestone. But then I jumped over to normal Chef's Table, which I don't think I like because it's fucking wanky and it's too much. There's always drone foot. Anyway, maybe it's not for me. But I enjoyed the barbecue edition because it was just real blue collar people just having a fucking crack. Now this chick Tootsie is she's a pit master, which is the highest honor, from Snow's Barbecue in Lexington, Texas. There's not too much information on her, obviously. She's fucking, she's 85 years old and she's a pit master. So these pits are fucking hot. It's like the fiery furnace, but she does something a little bit different. If you go into this episode, which is what I love, is most people put coals and things like that. She actually burns the wood down herself and then lights a smoker. So she's constantly adding wood and checking the temperature and does it in a weird way. So most people use thermometers and things like that. She uses it by hand. She does that old, you know, last week you were talking about crazy, how you do it from like Brazil. They use their hand temperature. So she does shit like that. So there's a lot of information on her. So I couldn't do a big spiel like we normally do about the Ripper of the Week. But she's a janitor during the week, which I love. Right. So she works 9 to 5, if not longer, as a fucking janitor. Then every Friday, she sets her alarm clock for 1 p.m. or 1 a.m., which would be Saturday morning, and she heads to the barbecue, and that's when she starts to barbecue is 1 a.m.
It's phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal. And how her husband died and then her son died is fucking crazy.
Son died, and she wasn't like, she's like from what I gather from all this stuff I read on, she's from like an old school world where they didn't have, like, you couldn't go to a supermarket. Everything had to be either made on the property, produced on the property. So she was, you know, slaughtering animals at a young age. So she has respect for the meat and the products and the whole process of it. But what I loved was her getting up at 1 a.m. and firing up this thing and just sweating her life out of her for like 8 hours. And then because of this New York article that got written about Snow's Barbecue in Lexington, I think it was in 2008, they wrote this amazing article where I don't think barbecues in Texas were really considered like a fucking culinary, you know, it's not fucking burn almonds on a plate with fucking whatever, with, you know, oysters or some shit. And it really put barbecues on the map. And then that place now, since that article has been released, has a line around the block at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's
phenomenal, man. I still want to go to that place.
Dude, I would kill to go there. And the best thing is, it's still people you like, because with me, barbecuing is like beers, barbecue, and just having a good time. And I was like, man, 8 a.m., I don't know if I'd feel like a barbecue at 8 a.m., but then you see the vibe there, and then the owner's like throwing out free beers to people who are waiting in the line, doing like a raffle system. So people are just like cracking beers at 8 a.m., like, fuck it, we're having a barbecue at this time. This is the only time we can get in.
Yeah, it's so good, man. It's just, man, this is the thing that makes me excited. Like, sorry, I'm just about to sneeze. This is the thing that makes me excited is like, you got a band like the Rolling Stones, right? So famous. But name a Rolling Stones album, like name their last 3 or 4 albums. I don't know. You just go into obscurity. Like you just go into obscurity.
Yeah.
Like when you, I don't know, when you're a big band or whatever, you don't, like all their best work was in the 70s or the 80s. But I love it how this lady just did what she loved. And now she's hit her peak at like 80.
Yeah.
And she's working harder and doing better meat than she's ever done before. And now she's like, this is the peak of a life, like the peak of a lifetime.
Man, it's so good. And she just seems so humble and just still enjoys the process at 85. And also it reminded me of my nanny, just because like she was like a little bit let vibe, just didn't give a fuck. You know, still mowing the lawns when she was 87. You know what I mean? I'm not paying anyone to do it. I do my shit myself, you know? I don't know. There's you know, there's not a lot of information on her because she's not like our normal Rippers of the Week. But I was like, man, what an amazing fucking woman. I just love her.
Man, I'm so jealous because I wanted to do as a Ripper of the Week. That's the first thing I thought this lady's she's got a week. Like, man, I don't know. The more I watching these, because I've been watching the Chef's Table documentaries a lot, and I love them. Like, I really do. There's a lot. You're right. There is a lot of wank ones, but then there's a lot of ones where it's just like, look, I did the cooking. I watched one last night where the lady was making bread.
Yeah, was that one from the lady from Mexico?
Oh, that one was good. No, but this one's a lady from New York who was working all these nice restaurants, but she kept trying to perfect bread. She was like, okay, I would do it at 60 degrees, the water. Then I'd do it at 90 degrees of water. And then I would try a little pinch of this, a little pinch of that, till the bread was perfect. That's what I wanted. And then she made this bread, and then it was like, I don't know, people lined up around the block to get this bread. It was a delicacy to get this bread. And then she had to go to a bigger place, like a factory, to make her bread. But she realized she couldn't get the creative control over the bread. And she realized that didn't make her happy, was the money and all the bread. What made her happy was making the bread herself and making it fucking great. Like, and you're like, man, that's a true artist. You know, like, I don't know. I think celebrity chefs and stuff, there's a lot of wankers out there, but these people are they're the real, like, I don't know, masters of the game. Like, she's a real, like this Tootsie lady, she's a real master of what she does. And it's incredible. Like, I wouldn't get up at 1 a.m. for stand up. No way.
No. I barely get up at 1 p.m. for stand up. You know what I mean? But also, like, the other thing I like, even the same vein, was that beautiful Mexican lady who had, like, she said everything was processed corn, and she did all the corn born by herself and just had so much time and love and passion to make the fucking tortillas correctly. And it would take up 4 or 5 hours of a day. And she's like, people need to see this. This is what I like. She didn't even know that any other normal. You know, that's what she'd do all day. She'd pick it, crush it, and then her family would go, oh, and that was it. It was gone within 30 seconds. And man, I don't think they appreciate what they had.
I think it also makes me feel like, I don't know, it makes me feel like a bit of a piece of shit because in our society or what we do as comedians, we're like, okay, I did this. Everybody look at this. Everybody look at it.
Yeah.
Whereas like, they're like, I didn't want to be famous. I just wanted to get the food right.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to get this thing right the best I could, and I didn't want to let myself down or anyone else down.
Yeah, I didn't need a fucking neon sign pointing to the best coffee in the world. I was just out in the forest making it, and I couldn't give a fuck if anyone ever ate it.
Yeah, exactly. And it finds them, like, you know, fame or money or whatever, or enlightenment finds them just from doing that shit, you know, like, and it's, I don't know, like, I don't want to get too fucking deep on this podcast, but that's what I was thinking. I was like,
even the dude...
You get so caught up in all this bullshit, you know, I've got to put on Instagram or I've got to do this, you know.
Even the guy that, even the same barbecue one, and the guy I thought was a fucking wanker, the Sydney Flame dude or whatever the fuck, was cool. He was cooking fire though, by the way, full respect. But the guy he learnt off was just in some fucking village in the fucking middle of nowhere, just cooking with flames, and got pissed off when he got too much attention and they gave him a Michelin star. He's like, that's not what I do it. You know what I mean? He didn't want to be noticed by the wankers. And then he's like, I don't want this shit. I just want to plot on and be, you know what I mean? I really admire that shit where you weren't chasing fucking accolades. You just do you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think it's something I can really learn off. I think like, you know, you got to like, it's one of the reasons why I do this podcast, you know, it's like, when you and I were riding the like our push bikes over these flames, our friend's push bike over this fucking flame, that was exciting, you know. And I just wanted, you're like, man, what ad should we do for our comedy festivals, for our comedy taping? And I said, man, I just want to jump over BMXs. I just want to jump over a fire. And I realized, fuck yeah, like, this is what I want to talk, you know, like I like talking about other stuff in other podcasts, but this is what I want to fucking, I don't care if one person listens to this.
No.
It's just what I want to do, you know.
I love how that we've had this chat before. It's like, man, I don't care if 2 people or 1,000 people listen to Flat Stick. We don't give a fuck because we're going to be doing this shit anyway. We're going to be getting EBs and taking them to Bathurst. We're going to get DRs. So we want to let people come on the adventure because I love cars and I love motorbikes and I've got a lot more to learn about them all. And I'm very excited about the whole fucking process and meeting people who are pumped about those things along the way. And you don't have to be. You could like something weird, but we'd love, like, we talked to the barbecue guy. That's fucking sick. If you're into welding or, you know, I mean, they're very blokey topics and that's fine. But fuck, I'd love to meet the world's best welder or someone, you know, everyone's got a passion and it may not be seen cool. But like, let's have a fucking chat to those cunts. You know what I mean? I get excited about people who love something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. You know, like, I don't know, you like we, you know, we got people that, you know, we got fans that follow us and stuff. But I think what everyone has to remember is if you're fucking dedicated to something, you deserve it more than us. Like, we're just slobs talking about it. But if you're sick at welding, like, if you're fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you should realize.
Can you be great at something so we have something to talk about on this podcast?
Yeah. Can we live our life through you? Because the moment I have to put care and time into anything, I'm like, well, fuck this.
I'm fucking out, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, that's great.
Are you going to close it off with your mate this week?
Your mate. Okay, yeah, let me just get it up. But thanks, guys, for tuning into the Joe Rogan Motivational Podcast.
Yeah, man, we love it. Dude, Rogan skull fucked me before he came on. He gave me that mind mass vitamin and Alpha Brain. I've got Alpha Brain now, and I'm like, dude, I'm Hulk City. You know, I smashed COVID. COVID doesn't exist anymore. I bashed it.
Mate, that's hot stuff.
Dude,
that's hot stuff.
Try the vitamin Alpha Brain. It's all good. Can you imagine?
I'm trying to bloody find this. I had the video.
Can you imagine unironically calling a product Alpha Brain?
Yeah,
Dude,
I know.
It's
man.
funny. It's almost like he doesn't know that he's a bit of a dipshit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Now, Brett, I've kind of gone against the rules here. Have you given me permission to share my screen?
I will do, though. I wasn't going to.
Actually, no, this guy is your mate, because this guy could be from Forestfield. This is probably the mayor of Forestfield right here. Okay.
Okay. Well,
what it is, it's a V8 lawnmower on a drag strip.
You know what? You're right. This is the mayor of Forest.
Versus a pickup truck.
I love this already. And God, all my Christmases will come true if the V8 mower wins. I would never be happier.
Okay, so we got the pickup, and then we got the lawnmower.
Wait, is the pickup a Mitsubishi though? Because if it loses, fair call.
So here we go. So it's just got this lawnmower, man. And for anyone who doesn't know, this is barely a lawnmower. It's basically a go-kart with a V8 in it. It is the craziest shit I've ever seen. And I think it's it must be in Mexico or somewhere, someplace with no rules whatsoever.
Really?
And it looks fucking
nuts.
Doesn't
have a roll cage.
I haven't even seen the end of this. My mate sent it. Oh, look. I think the lawnmower's going to smoke him.
Oh, no. Dude, I thought he was going to flip. Did he win? Yes!
So the lawnmower smoke. Hey, man, look, here it is from the side.
Oh. What the fuck? That's just all motor.
Yeah. So
what better way to be?
It's just insane. And the bloke's wearing like a push bike helmet.
Oh, dude. That's definitely not a bell.
Yeah. It is the best.
Definitely a bell end. Not a bell helmet, but a bell end.
How do I share? How do I stop this? Okay. There we go.
Who knows? It's technology.
Oh,
dude,
man.
that was sick.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm trying to describe it to the listeners. So it's like, just picture like a V8 and then wheels from like one of those trolleys that you push out to the clothesline.
Yeah.
And handlebars attached to it.
I never thought I would say this.
We'll put it up on the phone.
Age of 33, I thought it would take for me at least to be 44 to say this, but after seeing that video of an engine with a loose frame and a guy with a bike helmet on, Australia is officially a nanny state. We should be able to do that. Yeah. Australia is full of cowards. I want a V8. I want no security. I don't want a roll cage, and I don't want to wear a fucking helmet. I want to be the king of the road.
Man, I thought exactly that. Once I was in Peru, and they took me on this sand dune ride, right? And it was this buggy, just a buggy with a V8 in it. That and you jump the sand dunes, but it didn't have any bonnet on it, so you were just staring straight into the engine, like watching the fan turn, just doing jumps in it, like jumping like the biggest sand dune ever. It was. I was like, Australia is a nanny state.
Seatbelt or no seatbelt?
No, you had a seatbelt, I think.
Wherever you were was a fucking nanny state as well, man. I'm not wearing a fucking seatbelt.
But there were like Norwegian girls and shit crying, like, please stop, please stop. Then the guy's like, hiya, come on, let's say hiya, everybody. And then there'd be like 5 or 6 people just like, hiya.
Dude, I think I did like full driving in Dubai, and when you're doing like a tour and the guys, there's so many fucking rules. At one point I said to the guy as a joke, can I drive? And he goes, yeah. And then I was just driving tourists around. I had no idea. I was like, oh, I guess this. He's like, yes. And then we got to a camp and there was just like falcons. I think they like falcons there or some shit. I don't know what's going on. And he's like, yes, hold the meat. And then I was holding the meat and then just a full falcon just comes out of fucking nowhere and swoops. I was like, shouldn't I have a glove? He's like, maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this country is sick.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, hey, actually, my hands hurt. Can I sue you for insurance? Like, yeah, good luck, cunt.
Yeah, it's my uncle was bitching because he's my auntie broke her arm in New Zealand on a quad bike ride.
Yeah.
And he's like, there was just no safety regulations. The quad bikes went too fast. And I was thinking, where is this quad bike ride?
Well, that's the most depressing part is when you actually go to a third world country and they have, like when we went go-karting in Thailand, in Koh Samui or whatever, and the go-karts clearly have restrictions on them, like on the you're like, mate, this is not what I paid for, all right? I didn't pay 3 cents an hour to be fucking restricted. I'll do that.
Oh, man, that's great. Anyway, brother, we'll catch up soon. So basically the plan is, at the moment, is that we don't buy an EB, we both buy DRs. Is that correct?
It is correct. And Nick, can I just point out, it is very I've just applied to get a certain amount of money out of my superannuation. So the DR could be coming quicker than you think. Yeah, man, really? It's just a quick form. You don't even have to show evidence.
What?
Yeah, man, my missus did it for me in 2 minutes. You just got to click a couple of buttons.
And she's let you take your money out of your super?
Yeah, but I didn't tell her I was going to buy a motorbike with it. I'm not a fucking idiot. I don't live in a nanny. I mean, I do live in a nanny state, but Jesus Christ, yeah, man. I reckon I might. Should I sell the GB? Should I sell the GB to get a DR? That's a question.
Probably, I reckon so.
Yeah, I love the GB.
I've got an idea, Brett. Look, I've got a choice. I'd like you to check out this bike as well, but I think it's more expensive than the DR.
Okay, but
how much money have you
got in your bank at the moment? Have you got enough to do this?
I think I do. Yeah. I think I do.
Got to keep up. Okay.
And I might have something come through for me, but I don't know yet.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Might be a bit, but anyway. But this is a Yamaha XT 660R.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nick, I'm going to take your advice because, I mean, I know you know more about motorbikes than me. It's been proven today.
Not as simple as the DR, not as simple.
Please tell me the features of this over a DR.
Well, it probably got a little bit more go, I'd say. That's the only thing in the DR's category. And
it looks like shit,
probably, yeah, there's probably not a good one here. This is the better version. This is the 10A. The XT660 10A is sick. Like, these things absolutely haul. But, yeah.
Okay. And how much is the price?
I don't know. But if I find a cheap one, I might investigate. But I doubt. I think
the thing about the DR
is like $3,500. They're so cheap.
Man, have you been looking at DRs lately? Because if you're getting something around the 2014 above, they're going above $5,000. I can't find one on Marketplace for under it. Have another look.
Oh, really? Oh, that's better in the works.
Yeah, it's not 3.5. Because if it was 3.5, I had a look at one today, which was 5.5.
Oh.
And I can't have one going on.
Hey, we'll find something.
6.5. Anyway, we'll talk about it soon, but. It's, mate, who cares? Money grows on trees. This podcast will probably make us $1 million by the end of the year anyway. So who cares?
Let's start a Patreon so we can buy DRs. No bonuses, nothing. Just us with DRs.
Dude, should we do a Patreon? Actually, you know what? This week we're going to do a Patreon and it's just all the tiers by Blakey and Kat for a DR. Oh, come on. That'd be great. I'm gonna put it up. If we can get at least $2, that would be sick. Nick, man, another ripper episode. Here it comes. Nick, I apologize for singing a motorbike. Thank you.
That's fine.
That's it. Is that enough for you?
Yes. And I apologize for getting it wrong at the end, or for looking at it, not getting the right one that he robs the banks with.
So, all I heard was you admitted you were wrong, which means I'm right. Yes, I won, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, I'm back, baby. I'm back. The podcast is on. I'm still thinking. I wrote down 17 fucking facts on this piece of paper, which were all relying on you stuffing up 3 of these fucking photos. And I'm pretty sure I put one that was wrong in there. Anyway, I couldn't figure it out. But ladies and gentlemen, who gives a fuck? It's been another ripper episode of Flat Stick. Nick Kappa. Make sure you follow him on the socials. Jump on our Facebook. Please like, subscribe. Give us some fucking ratings on the thing. Write some shit about us. We love it. Ladies and gentlemen, until next week, please keep it flat stick.